All right. Now, this is a very interesting situation I find myself in. Uh, we're gonna give this a shot. All right. I just want this to be very clear. All I'm doing is giving this a shot. This is going to be potentially 2 episodes, or it could be a permanent thing I do for the remainder of this series. Because after thinking, I realize I don't want this series to just rot. I see there's still potential in it. It's just I have to take a different approach. So that approach is going to be doing what we normally do once we do the 4 or 5 seasons at the after that, where we just stream it and we just simulate every game in one stream, and then we do the off season in the other. I'm going to do that now, so that way maybe I can preserve this series. It has been a hot minute since I have even touched this series. I mean, the last time I can even, I don't know, I'm gonna quickly pull up a date. I have not touched this series since I uploaded that final episode, which came out on January 2nd. It is the 29th. It has been 4 weeks, just under that. I have even touched this series. I thought about it like once a week, nothing major, but kind of right before the championship game, I realized that, and I knew this going into it, that I have nothing to upload. I mean, the last upload I did was that mock draft, which came out, what? I'm going to look at that too. 10 days ago. So I haven't uploaded anything in 10 days. And I ultimately don't think that it's going to work. So I'm going to try this because, let's be honest, I have nothing, no videos. I have the end of season power rankings, and that is it. After that, it is XFL and mock draft. That's all I'm doing. And XFL doesn't start, I believe, until either late March or April. So that's going to be like 2 months of nothing. Well, free technically. Well, 2.5. So we're going to do this, potentially. I don't want to just end this series, so. Because I will leave him with nothing to do. So we're going to try something else. Here's everyone who retired: Patrick Peterson, Ryan Tannehill, Carson Wentz, Jordan Atkins, Zach Ertz. So Carson Wentz is definitely a shock. I mean, looking at the entire NFL, Nico Autry, Harrison Smith. We talk about Patrick Peterson, Demario Davis, Cameron Jordan, Graham Gano, Chandler Jones, Bobby Wagner, Warren Sky, AJ Kahn, Tyron Smith, Fletcher Cox, Vaughn Gilmore, Corey Linsley, Devontae David, Nick Bellor, Greg Mance, Michael Thomas, Kenyon Drake, AJ Klein, Melvin Ingram, Brent Urban, Troy Hill, Henry Anderson, Akeem Hicks, Marvin Jones, Billy Turner, Kyle Van Noy, Deron Harmon, Carlos Dunlap, Kawan Williams, Jamie Collins, Taysom Hill, Cornelius Lucas, Melvin Gordon, Tom Montgomery, Andy Dalton, Tom Compton, Blaine Gabbert, Jason Pierre Paul, Cedric Ogbue, Damon Williams, Dennis Kelly, Nick Foles, Ode Abushi, Joe Flacco, Daniel Sorensen, Mike Remmer, Xavier Rhodes, and Malcolm Butler. So yeah, gonna miss those guys. But there's nothing else to do. We're not gonna bother touching our staff. I don't think. I don't think we should. We do have staff points though, so we will, however, spend those. We're just trying to get a bit of everything going. Okay, safeties and strong safeties, corners, pretty much corners and safeties. I mean, there we go. We could have maybe done stuff for free agency and trades, but I don't know. I really don't see much of a point. So we're gonna just get kind of right into it. We won 12-5, by the way. A few of those games were forced wins. We're gonna not do that anymore. I'm just not gonna touch the games, so that way I won't feel obligated to force win them. But yeah, we were a division round exit as well, which really does suck. Phil Staff, well, why? Oh, sweet. I just spent all those points for them to. Alright. We're gonna hire Nick Gregory. And for defense, Scott Anderson. Now, are we fresh? We are. Oh, well, not entirely. Oh, I gotta buy this first. Whoops. Okay, well, we just accidentally bought two because. Alright. Okay, well, let's just obviously do this. If I had known it would have fired my guys, I wouldn't have done that. We do also have a mock draft. I don't even know if we have a first round pick. I can't exactly remember. But looking at this draft, I mean, oh, we're at 11, and that's the first quarterback projected to another quarterback go, Jimmy Childress, all the way down to 18. So it doesn't look like there are many quarterback needy teams who are at the top. Whether they drafted one the year prior, like a few years prior, or just like Seahawks. I can't remember if they drafted one. Jets. I have no idea. But we also have to remember, I don't. Ooh, we almost didn't negotiate. Granted, looks like we have negative cap space, so we can't really do anything anyway. But we would like to probably franchise tag someone, I'd imagine. Unless if there's any way we can move cap around, I think we're looking at maybe a franchise tag on what I would imagine Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. If we go to team salaries, So this is what we're looking at. Is how much we'd save compared to their penalty. Joel Bitonio, we would clear up around 12 million. Wyatt Teller, we would clear up around, oh, wait, 11 million. So those two players right there are huge cap costs. I mean, I feel like that's kind of the final guy. Obviously, like, right here, Pierre Strong, we would save a mil, but, like, I don't see a reason to really do that. Same with Jerome Ford, we save a mil. Ronnie Hickman. We want these kind of big salary cap guys. We obviously aren't going to cut Denzel Ward, Myles Garrett. Jack Conklin is like a decent shout because we would save about $1.5 million, and that would like free us of like his bad contract. Because you look at it, obviously, these free linemen right here are taking up nearly like it's what like $66 million, probably more. And free players alone, and none of them are young. We got 30, free, 30, and 31. Two on 1 year deals, the other on 2 year deal. So I think what we're probably going to do is we're going to end up keeping Jack Conklin. We're probably going to look to move on from both these guys. Are we able to trade yet? Oh, I don't think we are. So I think we're going to have to look into franchise tagging Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah, there's no trade option. We're not even going to have enough money to do this. Why can't I just franchise tag? Why is that not an option to begin with? Alright, who's someone I'm not going to sign? It's Darius Smith. We're going to withdraw his offer and see. Okay, it does not give you a franchise tag. Oh, let's look at this as well, actually. I have not looked at this. Dev up, steps down. I saw Tony Fields has star now. Tyree Spears ends up having star dev. I think we already knew that. Wyatt Teller should attract some some trade value. He is star dev after all, or superstar dev. Looking on the defense, I don't notice. Maybe Greg Newsome dev'd up, but other than that, I don't know any dev ups. Myles Garrett dev down. That is just bullshit. Never in a million years is Myles Garrett dev downing. We're putting him back up to X Factor. I have no regret with that. He is not deving down. Smoke Monday went up in dev. That sucks. Because now we have a real controversy. Actually, Curtis Nobles is a 74. Smoke Monday is a 71. It might just be best to give Curtis Nobles a start now. I don't think there's a universe where we can afford Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. I think we're just going to have to hope we get enough money by trading the other two away. And even then, I don't know if that clears money. Our cap space did drop a bit, but we're just going to quickly go over to the trade center. Throw in Joel Bitonio. See what we get for him. We could get Darnell Mooney, a third and a seventh. Darnell Mooney would save us money. We could get a nice young corner and a second round pick. We could get Drake London and a third. We could get Christian Gonzalez, a third, fourth, and 2 sevenths. I don't think that is realistic. I don't think any of these trades are very realistic. Well, we might do the Houston Texans because we legit just lost. Was he our left outside linebacker? We lost both, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're gonna do this trade. Are you kidding me? We get a nice young player while also getting a 7th round pick. And then Wyatt Teller is the other guy. I expect him to draw way better offers. We did lose out on Elijah Moore as well, so we could end up getting Darnell Mooney, Christian Watson, Tyler Lockett. Harold Landry, well, he would be worse. So would Tyler Lockett. All these picks Green Bay is offering as well. Besides that 7th is for next year. We're gonna do that Green Bay trade. Now, does that give us cap space to work with? Yeah, we're up to 18 million cap space. Tua is available. But we're going to quickly look at the QBs. That's our first priority. Is there any quarterbacks we can target? Because I don't know if I trust DTR. I don't want him. I cut you for a reason. Kirk Cousins, Jordan Love, Zach Wilson, Sam Darnold, Trey Lance, Tyler Huntley, Skylar Thompson has starred dev. Wait, this is some rookie. That's not like the actual Skylar Thompson. There's 2 Skylar Thompsons. Well, I would be down. 4 years is a lot for what. Plus, this is $5 million per year for potentially a quarterback. I don't think we do this because I feel like if we sign him, that's going to rule out our possibility of drafting a quarterback. In my eyes, I know that's not actually what's going to happen, but that's how I view it. Alright, now we need to look at my roster before we do anything. We are down to a 79 overall. We are an 84. Crazy what happens when we are a poor team. I mean, I would say besides right tackle and center, heck, right tackle might even go. Well, we have Dawan Jones. Do we want to try Dawan Jones at left tackle? I don't see a reason not. Alright, so I think this is a very interesting O-line. Jack Conklin, I don't really want to be here. Luke Whippler is serviceable at best. Even Pokik is a very fine option. And Dawan Jones is unknown because he hasn't really played and he's out of position. Um, wait. What trade did I accept? Christian Watson isn't on my team. Okay, so where's Christian Watson? Is Stephen Leonard on the team? Maybe Christian Watson's injured. There's no Stephen Leonard either. Well, what team are they on? Where? What the heck? Oh my gosh, I was looking, I scrolled past them. Where is Christian Watson at? Where? What? He's on the team. He's just invisible, I guess. He's also on the team. He's just invisible, I guess. Why is Christian Watson not in the starting lineup? This is the lineup I'm gonna roll with personally. We do also have Tyquan Thornton. He could be a very nice guy. Former second round pick, and left outside linebacker. Oops. Okay, well, there we go. I don't know why they didn't automatically be put into spots. I would have assumed they should have. All that matters is if they're there now. Okay, they are. Alright, what I'm looking at is a left guard or a right guard. A guard for sure. Maybe a quarterback. We could wait till draft for that though. Defensively, I feel like just linebackers. I mean, not because we necessarily need them. I mean, look at this. This is a very solid trio right here. But the fact that we don't have depth outside of them. And then a kicker. And if it's up to me, I feel like I should bring Dustin Hopkins back. I mean, with how good he played, there's no reason I shouldn't. Granted, we could get a way better kicker in like Matt Gay, Jake Elliott, Connie Fairbairn, Harrison Butker. I feel like we should say no. We could grab Cameron Dicker. I mean, he's star dad. Let's do that. Young kicker. Perfect. I mean, a 2-year deal, that's what I was going to offer him. Alright, so there's that. Remember, we want to look at guards. Isaiah Wynn being the best one is very concerning for left guard. And for right guard, you have Zach Martin. Quinn Meaners? Not bad. Sam Cosmi, also very decent considering both these guys' age. Kevin Zeigler is definitely old. Dylan Radunes does have interest in joining us. Okay, the situation we are in is we could either go after Quinn Miners, which has currently 6 teams competing, or we can go after Sam Cosmi, who, granted, is worse by a significant amount, but also has no teams offering him, while Sam Cosmi also has interest, or Quinn Miners has interest, Sam Cosmi doesn't. I think we just throw the base offer out there for Quinn Miners. See where that gets us? That puts us in first by a long shot, by just offering neutral. That still keeps us at 4. And we save nearly, I think, $1 million. That then also allows us to kind of target a cheap-ish pass rusher. I mean, I'm talking about like all the way down here we're going to be looking. I mean, Corey Littleton, 67 overall, 31 years old, a lot of interest for us. A 1-year deal would be like $1.5 million. And that is super high interest for him. When in retrospect, we could go after Cam and Thomas. It would probably be definitely more expensive, but we're going to withdraw from Corey Littleton. We're going to throw our offer on Cameron Thomas. He is, like I said, more expensive, but this would also fill up way better. We have free active negotiations. And then, just for laughs, I want to see how much Skylar Thompson would be. Yeah, he would put us in, well, now that I'm thinking about it, a nice guy would be Jordan Love. He would definitely put us into broke, though. He's asking for like 14 mil. Yeah, there's no shot we're bringing him down. I think we just stay put with quarterback right now. One last thing I actually want to look at as well is left and right tackles. Because I really don't want Dawan Jones. Jedrick Wills obvious, but I doubt he wants to return. Dion Dawkins, left tackle, like 13.4 mil per year for a, like, we don't have that money. This is like super cheap down here. This is more in my price ranges all the way down here, but that's just not worth it. I think we need to look at right tackles. But these are also super expensive. Like, I would say around the same price, so it's not really worth. Because we don't have the money for that. We have 3 offers out there. One of them's unguaranteed, and the others are, we are currently the only offer. Let's just evaluate. Are we not? Wait. Okay. We got 2 guys who we're targeting, so that's amazing. If we can just lock up Cameron Dicker, and we did, perfect. The Patriots have signed 2 of the top 3 players. Like, and they signed Elijah Moore. Steelers get David Andrews, which is very nice for them, but it's also great for us because it's like only 1 year. Sione Takitaki, I want to say, was on our team. He ends up with the Bears. That's a great sign for them. And William Eichenberg, like, granted, he's only 67, but the Patriots are doing bits. We have pretty much exactly 4 mil in cap space. I'm not a genius, but that's not a lot. In Madden terms, in football terms. We also have some more retirements, probably some players who didn't get signed. Darius Slay, actually, and Laurent Duvernay-Tardif. Mock draft, I'm excited to see. I'd imagine we're still probably projected around the same spot. Yeah. Although, we now have a quarterback going second in Jack June, the guy who we were projected to take. Oh, we end up with Jimmy Childress, who the Saints were projected to take. And now we have Kenny Allen making it into 15. With 4 mil, I don't think that's going to do us anything. We're going to do one final thing, and that's legit to check Jack Conklin's trade value. He only has 3 teams, probably because of the big cap hit. But here's the thing. We would address the guard issue, which sucks because we just signed Quinn Miners. I mean, they have a great guy, and we could get a left tackle. But at the same time, we'd be losing out on money by doing that. Plus, they can't afford it, it looks like, unless if we were to offer that. I could see us going after Tyree Phillips. Same with Joe Hatchett. I don't know about Zach Tom. I feel like that is the Packers' plan, is to roll one more year David Bakhtiari and then re-sign Zach Tom to be their guard, right, their guy. That's what the Rams did with Joe No Boom. I could very well see the Packers doing that with Zach Tom. I also am not ruling out a trade up, but what would suck is having to trade all the way up to 1 or 2, or just hoping the Jets decide not to take the quarterback they are looking at. Terrell Lloyd would be nice, but that would not be doable. They are at negative 23 mil in cap space if we were to do that. Well, it'd be like 22 mil if we were to do this trade. They can't afford him. The Steelers can if we were to trade for the right guy. Unfortunately, they don't really have one. Laramie Tunsil is out of my budget. $13 mil for Andre Dillard. You can keep him. Yeah. Now the final, I guess we look at right tackle now. Like, the Bears could do this trade. I don't think they would. The overall difference, the cap space difference, the age difference, like, it ain't worth it for the Bears. Because, realistically, they're getting a better guy for, like, a year. When Darnell Wright is already only 24 years old, 78, and starred at. He is way cheaper. If you're the Bears, unless if you're winning now and you don't see Darnell Wright in the future picture, you would not do this trade. This isn't bad, but this is interdivision. Plus, realistically, we are getting cheaper for a very similar quality player. For the Bengals, this would pretty much just give them a tackle for an extra year. I'm going to keep that in mind. I don't think that's a very suitable option. Mike McGlinchey's, like, unless the Denver's trying to save money, they would not do that. And even then, they'd only save, what, 2 mil? It ain't worth it. Juwan Taylor's making that much. I could see us pulling off Damian Dobson. The issue is they can't afford it. Same thing here. This is, I'm pretty sure, like, dead even money-wise. This would essentially be, like, so they'd have a guard for another year. They wouldn't have to worry about extending long-term. Terrence Steele is not going anywhere. They don't have a good backup. 65 is not worth it. $59 is not worth it. They would not do this. They have the cheaper option. Like I said, all this would do for them is, like, give them an extra year with a guard before they have to make a decision. But maybe they're trying to, factor in regression. So maybe Caleb McGarry is a suitable option for both teams because they can easily afford Jack Conklin. They would be getting better. It would cost them a bit more, but they would also get an extra year. However, my idea with trading Jack Conklin was to decrease cap, and this would only be like $3 million with a guy who has a $19 million contract. So I think our best bet is, and we're not going to rule it out yet because there's still a chance we find someone. This would be a great option, but at the same time, I don't think the Jets would do that. This would be a great option. I don't think the Lions would do that. Packers could use a right tackle. We're going to try it. I think cap space would not make this trade work, but we're going to try it. I would want like a third round. We've already traded with Green Bay. Yeah, they can't do it due to cap. Ooh, hold on. No, they can't afford it. Yikes. The Steelers don't even have one. Not that we really want to trade with them anyway. This would be worse for us. Alright, I have a theory. They don't really know what they'd want for him, so I feel like we could. Realistically, we have 2 5ths and 2 6ths and 2 7ths. We have 2 firsts going into next year, 2 seconds going into next year, 2 fourths going into next year, 2 6ths going into next year, 2 7ths going into next year. I feel as if we could give up a 5th and just see how close this gets us. Okay, they are not willing to do that. What if we were to give them the earlier 5th and the later 6th? Why do you want so much? This is a backup guard. I'm not willing to trade a 4th round pick for this guard. So I think we're just going to have to either sign someone or build through the draft. Who did this Kenyon Green trade, honestly? Because now That gives us a replacement for Luke Lightboard and done. Granted, Lightboard is not even bad. I don't know why we're really trying to move off of him. He's a center. I think we roll FIFA and Pokic. We let Luke Weiper take over at center after that. And we have our two guys kind of play now. Alright, do we want to do... We'll do Kenyon Green. We'll do that. And for right guard, put Quinn Miners. Put Luke Leiper. Now Luke Leiper can be the third guy. We're gonna try Brandon Kipper. I feel like it's our best chance we really have. That was for 9.7 mil to look at a left tackle. We don't have the money out of our budget. Still out of our budget. This is, I would say, right outside of our budget. I don't really want to spend that much on the guy. I'm thinking we do one of these too. Max Mitchell is way cheaper down here, but honestly, I'm gonna say fuck it, and we're gonna roll with what we have and see where that takes us. No more offers, no more nothing. Final thing we are going to look at is this mock draft. I'm just kidding, the Jets are still projected at number 2 to take Jack Jr., which really does suck. Yeah. So, realistically speaking, what are the Jets looking like? Quarterback-wise, that they need a quarterback. I know they don't have Zach Wilson. Oh, they do. They re-signed him. Wow. And they even got Skylar Thompson. So I don't know if they would take a quarterback is like the big thing on my mind. I mean, look at their team. They have two guys who can easily duke it out. I don't know if they'd want a third. That would make it very crowded. They re-signed Zach Wilson. Gave him a 3-year deal. He's set to make 10.4, 11, 11.7. They signed Skylar Thompson. They gave him a 4-year deal. Zach Wilson is still young. He's QB of the future tag. It's a gamble. I would be willing to trade up not to number 2. Alright, we're going to look at the free agent recap. We're going to look at signed. Once again, to recap, we only got these 3 very solid guys in my opinion. But the top guys, we saw 2 to top 3. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, he ends up in Washington. Congrats for him. Gonna miss ya. Elijah Moore, we already saw New England. Good luck to you as well, man. Jedrick Wills ends up in Tennessee. That should be fun. Good luck to you. Jimmy Ward ends up in Cincinnati, so we're gonna have to deal with him. Eric Armstead signed with Pittsburgh, so that should be fun for us as well. Terrell Edmonds, originally on the Steelers, gets traded to the Eagles. Now back on the Steelers. Deshaun Watson heads to Tennessee. Teaming back up with Jedrick Wills, I see. David Andrews signs with the Steelers. Mike Hughes signs with the Steelers. Isaiah Wynn signs with the Steelers. Levi Wallace signs with the Steelers. Sione Takitaki signs with the Bears. Justin Ross signed with the Steelers. Tony Fields signed with the Broncos. Broncos signed a lot of guys down here. Jordan Phillips signs with the Bengals. Nolan Cooney signed with the Bengals. And yeah. I just realized they don't put spaces. Look at that. I thought it would be like, for example, B or Ben Bredeson? B dot space. They don't do that. Bit weird, but understandable. Private workouts, we're specifically looking at. I mean, let's be honest. Whichever one of these 3 is the best when we pick. If the Jets don't draft one of them, I'm feeling very good about our chances. Obviously, if you have Jack June going all the way at 2, I feel like there's a chance he is very good. Plus, there's been a consensus number 1 guy. Let's start drafting. Let's get right into it. Starting out with number 1, we had the Seattle Seahawks. We're going to do what we normally do and pause the draft. At first overall, they take Gabe Herman, right end out of LSU. We knew that. They've been looking at him a lot. The Jets at number 2. This is where I get nervous. They go Quentin Mason, right side linebacker out of Kansas State. Alright, we're looking at, in my opinion, we're definitely trading up before the Steelers. Buccaneers, Panthers, Bears, Texans, Rams. Where do we trade at? Oh, over here. What am I doing? Alright, Buccaneer. Well, let's actually look at Bears quickly. They do have a need for quarterback. Justin Fields, he has 5 years left. I don't think they draft a quarterback at that point. We go to Buccaneers. They have a young guy. I don't think they would do it. Panthers, we know they have Bryce Young. Who else was it? It was Texans and Rams. The Rams could. They also have a young guy. And Texans have CJ Stroud, so. You know, like I said, I'm stealing up before, or trading up before the Steelers, probably. Oh, but there's also the Vikings. I don't know if I want to do the Steelers, because I don't think any of these teams really would take quarterback. They all have young guys. Bears are my biggest issue because of Justin Fields. All right. Texans, 2 years left, and I believe that's not including fifth-year option. I don't think it makes sense. Commanders, Vikings are like the final two teams. I really like the idea of staying where we are, but at the same time, this is like the final pick I would trade up for. Commanders at number 2. They, in my opinion, could. And Vikings. I don't think the Vikings would, so. I'm thinking we trade up with the Vikings. And just hope. Okay, one more pick. Don't do it, Pittsburgh. Alright. Commanders, in my opinion, could very easily take a quarterback. It feels unrealistic that they would want to trade with me. So, we're going to trade with Minnesota up to 9. It's 2 picks. In order to get our quarterback of the future. We want first say at, who we get. How close is this, just out of curiosity? Alright, it's very close. So, in my opinion, if we threw in our first fifth, I feel like that would get it done. Okay, they don't want that. In my opinion, if we throw in that and that, I think that would do it. Alright, we'll throw in our later fifth and our earlier sixth. For 2 picks. I don't necessarily know if that's very realistic, but I got it done. Who is the best one, in my opinion? I mean, it's pretty obvious. We have Jack June, Jimmy Childress, Kenny Allen. 22 years old. It's a scrambler. Top 5, great, solid, good. He consistently was, solid. Still say, consistent with his stats. Nothing really bad. Stamina and juke move maybe, but as a running back, juke move doesn't really matter. Stamina could be a bit of concern. Jimmy Childress now. 22, same age. Placed elite, good, great, solid, elite, great. I like Jimmy Childress a bit more right now. He definitely placed a bit better. Wasn't as fast, but really did better at everything else. So what he lacked for speed, he definitely made up for. Jimmy Childress, I am leaning towards. And then, of course, we can't forget Kenny Allen. 21, so he is younger. Does have that going for him. way less consistent. Elite good, elite solid, solid, elite great. I want to look at the ratings one more time. As you can see, really no big issue because the only concern is, like, you look at this, fourth rated at everything is not bad. Great, 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 solid, good, great, good. Elite, good, great, great, solid, elite, great. Was his? Yes, I would say, oh, BA, well, a lot of A's and B's. He definitely doesn't have as many. Oh, they're both so good is the issue. In my opinion, this is like the CJ Stroud, Bryce Young debate before NFL. Like, this is like talking about the draft where it depended on, what team you asked. Obviously, there's like the same thing argument right now, Caleb Williams, Drake May, but I feel like there are very little teams who will take Drake May over Caleb Williams. I don't know. Because Jimmy Childress is the better prospect, and I feel like Jack June is better. This is legit the same debate. CJ Stroud, is better now, but Bryce Young has the better, like career longevity, like long term. Jack June is the long term. Jimmy Childress is right now. And with our roster, I think we're going for. But Jack June was projected to go so high. Second overall. We're going to go longevity. No way. Normal dev fuck off game. Well, to keep it plain and simple, I will be trading for Jimmy Childress if he has dev. Unless if our guy is like an 80 overall normal dev, I will be trading for him. Right. What needs to happen is we need to look for a left tackle. Dave Freeze the earliest. Right tackle. Dave Freeze the earliest. This is granted a late second. There are quite a lot around 2 for Freeze. Hale Barton obviously being top one. Very mid in my opinion. He looks like he is definitely not worth a second round pick. Definitely like worth being drafted. Him on the other hand, I feel like is a lot more risk worthy. It's fine. We just need to find the right one. We have a few to choose from. Jose Archibald. Definitely worse in my opinion. Definitely worse. And Carl Murray. Way better. Oh. Oh my. Carl Murray. 21 hidden dev. We're taking Carl Murray. No question asked. Did you see how good he looked? Now if our team needs, I don't really see a whole lot of needs now. Like I said, I really want to just get a left tackle, but none are good. Let's just establish that. None are good. All these guys are day free. Like, no. Ew. This guy could be good if all of his B through Ds are like Bs, heck, even C. He's not strong. Maybe him. We do have 3 more guys who I would go through. No, I don't think so with him. Maybe with him. Maybe, actually, like, maybe. I think he's the leading candidate right now. This guy's way better though. Pass block. Because, like, this guy has way better stat lines. And I'm a gambling man. We'll take him. Damon Young. Probably a bit of a reach. But if the other guy's still there, I am not opposed to taking him. Like I said, we don't have any needs, so we can double dip. Yeah, we're gonna take him too. I said we don't have needs, we can double dip. We had the first pick in the 5th round. Wow. This dude has fallen so far. I'm just gonna take him. Round 1 through 2, dude fell to the 5th. I'm gonna take him. We're not gonna pick until late 6th. I might as well. I think we look to trade away these picks as well. Really, like, I want to go like all in for next year. Like, what would this net us? 6 and 7 from next year, a 5th and 2 7ths. Those 2 7ths would be from this year, though. A 4th from next year. Every team's willing to fucking trade for this. Who are these teams who are offering a 4th? Let's try them. Giants, I think, will be good. Cowboys, I think, will be good. Chiefs will definitely be good. Bills. Let's try Bills. Alright, Bills. We're going to try you. I would like a 4th. And like a 6. Yeah. Next year. you kidding me? I would easily do that. That gives us like such value. 4 7th round picks. What are we gonna do? Those guys are more than likely not gonna do anything. When we can turn those into a fourth, and they might do something. All right, how 74. All right. Question is, what team am I trading with? 74. Normal. Wait. Oh, we took Jack June. $73. Normal. Don't tell me the other guy was the best out of all of them. So all the quarterbacks sucked. We did end up with the best, so we'll stick with it. But now that everything's done, that's going to do it. We're gonna take one look at my roster, or not. We're gonna manage the team, I guess. This is the look of the whatever year we're in, Cleveland Browns. Well, it doesn't have the rookies here, I guess, but that's okay. Oh, it hit the overalls. Let me check my overalls. I didn't even think about that. So 66, 63, so I did pick right the first time. 74 overall is very solid, and a 65 overall safety is not horrible in the fifth. But that is going to do it. I hope you guys enjoyed. I did. I will see you guys next time. I have no date. Who knows? I might even forget that I did this. But goodbye. I hope you enjoyed.